Hello and good morning. Now, you know what, actually I'll show you that and you can probably work out what's going to happen now. You are correct, it's G-Shock time. Well, that's because inside there are G-Shocks. So, but before we talk about G-Shocks, I'm very quickly going to chat about the Apple Watch that I've now been wearing for 3 weeks. So I need to turn the camera around because I will take this off. So I'm a little, because I'm in direct sunshine, I don't, hopefully you can see that. I've left it a little late because it's towards, well, as you can see there, it's towards lunchtime. And so I've probably got the sun a little too high, but hopefully you can see that better than me on the viewfinder. But let me take it off and very quickly chat about the Apple Watch, because it's been on the wrist now for 3 weeks. And it's around this time that in the past, I've decided that I like it, but I don't like it enough to keep it or to wear it again. In fact, that has happened before within 2 weeks. But because this is the new Series 10, and because it's a little larger, and I have been using the features in conjunction with the iPhone, I have found it quite, for some reason on this occasion, I've definitely found it a little more pleasing, or I seem to be happier with it. And when I move it there, it keeps offering the opportunity to put the code in. In fact, I will just put the code in because I think it'll give me a few moments to show you some of the other dials. This is the rings dial. And I forget the name of these faces, but this is the simple face that I use quite often, actually. I know it's sort of crazy that this is one of the popular faces that I do use. It's very clear, and you can see it's showing the data complication with the second hand. And the reason why it keeps going blank is because I'm not wearing it, and so it responds to motion. And because I'm not wearing it, it keeps inviting me to enter the passcode because I've got other information on here that requires that level of security. But actually, whilst I've got it this way around, I wonder if the sunshine can pick up the, because I believe that's sapphire crystal, this part here. Now the rest of the back is titanium, the same material as the case, and you might see a little separating part there. And I think that's because they've turned the back into an antenna. This is what I'm thinking, or maybe they've got the antenna placed on top of the titanium. I don't know, I should have researched that. But anyway, it's the Apple Watch on this occasion for me is a mixture of its utility and the way it looks. And because it has a sapphire crystal, I sort of love the sapphire crystal on top there. And of course, titanium I know is a very robust material, although I would have preferred stainless steel. For some reason, I like the extra weight of stainless steel. But this is okay. Anyway, I wanted to very quickly mention the Apple Watch, but let's get back to the G-Shocks. I really have left this late in the day, but let's see how. And that's actually it's actually on a tilt, and I don't touch the tripod; it might all fall over. But I wanted to again show you the MRG squares in here. And I've got a frog in the middle, and that's very delicate, but we should be okay. Anyway, this is G-Shock. We can handle anything. And I'll put the, in fact, I'll take each of them out like this, and hopefully I will keep that in shot, because one thing the sun is going to do is provide a very nice shot there. In fact, I'll take that case out of the way, and let's open this one. I keep coming back to these G-Shocks. Just recently, that I seem to have put them on, quite a lot as a choice for the day. Well, a choice for the half day, because so many times I do a wheel change and a car change halfway through the day. It's often I will wear at least 2 watches in the same day. I love the way that it comes alive and then the time resets. But these bad boys, I do like them. And I if I only had one, I think I've said this a number of times now, if I really could only choose one, it would be the silver one. But having this very small collection here, I do really like it, because the gold, I imagine anyone that has this gold, or someone thinking about it, what you're going to be intrigued by and sort of taken by, I imagine, is the gold detailing. I have shown this many times, but I thought it is worth seeing again, especially in the light of their new releases that are coming through. This MRG-B5000B is one of the first titanium MRG releases of the Square. And like with Casio, whenever they first release something, the first model always tends to be the really collectible one, and also have the really nice colorway like this. But remember, this black one was released at the same time as the silver one. The silver one it did initially really get me, and I chose this over the black, but I knew that the black was a problem. And I thought, actually, as time goes by, this black one's probably going to become a very collectible and very desirable, because of its black DLC titanium shine and polish parts, but also that gold detailing. Look at that. It really is, for the collector, a very delightful thing. Now, because this has been out a couple of years now, perhaps people have got used to it. But I think the second this becomes, they stop making it, which they might have already done actually. So the ones that are available now, that's it. That's all they've got left. But this black one, I think, is going to be, very collectible, like the silver one for sure. Although I think people like me might choose to, I'm just polishing it, might choose to wear the silver one often, because it's such a good, the colorway is so usable. For example, I've got this grey top on today, and if I put that on there, you can see how cool that is. And I do wear this silver one in business meetings, because often I want to virtue signal and test the person to see if they realise what's on my wrist. And the minute that sometimes people will recognise it's a G-Shock, or it will catch their eye, and then one or two things: either they don't really know what MRG means, meaning that they don't know it's the premium model, or they'll find it interesting that it's not made of resin, it's made of metal, and in this case the titanium. But this is the one that I test people with, and it's the one that I'm more likely to wear in a business meeting. The black one tends to be, although I have worn it for a meeting when I had a black top on. I did actually have this on then, and I don't remember anyone saying anything at that point. It might have been because the meeting was important and we never got on to wristwatches. But this with a black t-shirt, or a black shirt, or black jeans, and maybe a white t-shirt, that sort of thing. This looks really cool when you're wearing a black. And in fact, a black t-shirt, black jeans, and this looks awesome. Even if you're an old guy like me, this is really cool. Now, the reason I've pulled the frog out is because this also amazes me. Now, the main reason I suppose I have it is because it was the first MRG A1000 of the analog frogman. So this was the first MRG treatment of that new analog frog. So that really captured me, that the profile being chunky and that so much visual detail got me. And again, things like the blue sapphire caseback, allowing the radio antenna to work, and the frog sort of built into the caseback there. And the fact that it's quick release, you can press that little button there and pull the pin out and you can change the strap on this. And actually, also, I keep looking at the metal bracelet for this, and it is something that I really do want now. But I keep hoping, because there is a bit of indication that they might re-release the yellow version of this that comes with the yellow band and the metal bracelet. Because if that was re-released, I would be very tempted to get it, because then it would interchange with this. So in a crazy way, I'd be saving cash, because also you'd have this with the yellow version and the gold detailing. You know, a little bit like the interest of this and the gold detailing, sort of a bit like that. And I don't know why I didn't get that yellow one. I could kick myself, because I've only seen it available second hand and on the grey market, and so the price tends to be a little bit steep. But it's on my radar, and it's one of those watches that you know that you perhaps won't wear too often, but you still want it in the collection because it is so collectible. And I do think that in 10 years time, in 20 years time, this MRG frog is going to be very special. I think the collectors will be going mad for this. Because it really completes that a frogman collection. You know, if you are collecting frogmans, especially because it's the MRG treatment of the first analog frogman. So I think this is a special watch. And in actual fact, perhaps the silicone strap here is possibly the preferred choice wearing this. And I do wear it as I drive. But if I had the metal bracelet, it would be very nice to wear driving as well. But I think the frog is really a very special watch, and it's and now it's been I've had it for a while. I keep thinking to myself, I can't see me getting rid of this, especially because the yellow version is the one that I like, and also you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to make another colorway of this. And you've also got to consider, well, I consider that they might make a natural titanium version, so in silver, not this DLC coated black. So a silver version of this, it is going to look large, perhaps. Imagine this sort of colouring on this frog, but imagine what they could do with the colourway inside the dial there. I mean, it really would look super duper. Let me pull that in. Imagine a silver version of that, and what Casio do. Who knows? But it will look lovely, and especially if they had frogman in black, for example, against the silver case, and then they perhaps had gold or black detailing here, but with a silver case. So I think this is a real collectible thing for me, and it definitely belongs in my little GShock collection, because I think this is all the GShocks I have at the moment, the two squares and the frog. But these days, well, actually, in the last couple of years, I said to myself, if I'm going to go down this MRG slippery road, I want to be very, very certain that the ones I get are the ones that I want to keep indefinitely, because I suppose I am a collector. I still make myself laugh when I think, am I a collector or just a geek or an enthusiast? But these definitely feel like a collectible pieces to me, because I see them both being something that you have today and you're definitely going to want in the future, especially as your collection grows. So, and I suppose I do have an MRG collection thing going on, because I am expecting some more MRGs to come out. That you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to want the damn things. So anyway, at the end of the day, this is a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment. These little things often dictate what I'm going to wear for the day, and I find that hilarious. And I hope the sun isn't too bright there. it should be okay. And but there you go. And I thought I would just show everyone these MRGs once again in this, possibly it's too the sun is too bright over. As I look on the viewfinder, it looks like it's too bright, but hopefully it's just the way the viewfinder looks. But there you go. A very quick chat about the Apple Watch at the beginning, and then a quick review really about these MRG models that I think are very classic, iconic GShock MRG pieces. And at that, I'll say ciao everyone, and hope everybody is well.